Hello girls and ghouls, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to a second episode of My Apothecary. It is my husband's birthday party today, so we're gonna do a little makeup look to go out with some of our friends, and I got a request to do a purple look on my last episode of this, so we're gonna do a purple look today. I even have my purple LaCroix, and to give you an idea of what kind of mood I'm in, I am wearing my I Love Medieval Torture shirt, which is from While Odin Sleeps. I got it during one of their like oopsie sales. I'm obsessed with their stuff for loungewear. If you're looking for like good, fun, alternative, like medieval nightcore loungewear, While Odin Sleeps is the place to go. All right, we've got some new things, I've got some old things. Let's just jump into it. We're gonna do a full face of makeup today, and I'm gonna start off with a primer, which is going to be the Danessa Myricks Yummy Skin 10 out of 10 Barrier Boost. This is a hydrating hyaluronic acid and ectoin primer. It's more of a skincare product than really like a makeup longwear product. And since it's already like 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I would say that my skincare is not gonna give me the benefits that it would have if I had done my makeup like first thing this morning. So I'm just gonna pop this on for a little extra hydration, because I do tend to have normal but like leaning dry skin. Oh, I put too much on my forehead. That's actually okay though, because I feel like my forehead is always so dry. And while that's kind of sinking into the skin, I'm gonna put on a little lip mask. This is the Damage Control lip mask from Melt Cosmetics. There's a bug. Can I kill it? What can I kill it with though? I don't want to kill it with my shirt. What is it doing in here? I'm gonna get you. Okay, let's. I did in fact get it. This is a closed set, no spectators allowed. All right, our skin is looking really nice and glowy. Let's jump into foundation. And for foundation today, I'm gonna be using the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear. This is in the shade 120N, and it does have a little bit of sunscreen in it. Somehow this brand got my address and sent me this like new sponge. This is the Bello Smart Sponge, and this is my second time using it, so hang tight for my reviews. I am typically a beauty blender girl, to be honest with you, so it's kind of weird to use something else. I feel like I've gotten paler over the last couple months, and the typical foundation shades that I would normally reach for are just not matching me anymore, so this is one that would actually typically be a little too light for me, but it's been working, so we're gonna go with it. I feel like with all the lights on camera, that might look a little bit too light for me, but once I do the rest of my face, hopefully it will blend out a little bit better. I do really like the finish the sponge is giving. Let me zoom in. I feel like it looks really natural and it's not soaking up any of the product. Like, it's just doing a really nice job blending it. All right, time to move on to concealer. This is a new concealer for me. It just came in the mail yesterday. This is from Ilia, and this is the Skin Blur Serum Concealer, and I got shade 5N, which is satin. And following what we said from our last video, I'm gonna put the concealer down here and then blend it upwards. I think this actually might be a nice olive toned concealer. Like, it kind of looks like a little bit green to me. Okay, now let's go in with our same sponge and blend her out. Oh, I really like that. It definitely has a serum-like texture. Okay, I think that looks really, really good. They did send over a brush to use with it. I'm not much for like a brush concealer sometimes. I've just been really reaching for a sponge lately, but I'm gonna use this just to make sure that there's no extra product sitting there on the face and to kind of blend out around the lips, because when you put on like a lip mask, it can make it hard to put product around the lips. Beautiful. I'm gonna use the same products that I used to do my brows last time, so I'm gonna do those off camera really quick. Okay, we're back and the brows are on, so we're good there. Now we're gonna do our contour. This is one of the Morphe Shapelifter contour sticks, and I'm using a really, really dark shade. This is the shade Balanced, because they sent me every single shade and I didn't have someone I could give this to, but I really liked how this looked if I went in with like a really light hand and then blended it out. So I understand it looks crazy, like totally crazy, but it works really well on the blend, so I will show you. Let's blend our nose contour out first, and then I'm just gonna blend into one place here, really high on the cheekbone, because we are gonna add blush. See what I mean? It's just really nice and cool toned. And then just going over all of those spots again with our little foundation blending sponge. And I find when I use just a tiny bit of that product, it can give just the nicest, most subtle contour. Now, to stick with the purple theme, we are going in with a super purpley blush. This is the Nude Sticks Stacks All Over Color Blush Balm, and it's the shade Boysenberry. Got a little bit on my brush here, and I'm just going to tap onto the cheek. Oh, that's really pretty. And then just whatever's left, I'm gonna just work onto the end of my nose. Let's bring a little bit more onto the center of the cheek as well. I feel like that didn't come out as purple as I was expecting it to, but it is still fairly pigmented. Now let's add some freckles before I do powder. I'm using the Freck Noir freckle pen, and I'm gonna grab a little mirror, and I'm just going to kind of be random about it. It is really dark, so you want to kind of blend it like kind of as quickly as possible to lighten up some of those spots. Okay, that's nice and subtle. Let's maybe dull down some of this shine. I'm using the Fenty Beauty Set It Down powder in lavender, and I'm going to use 2 brushes for this. Both of these are from Sigma Beauty. One is a tapered face brush and one is technically a powder brush, but they're both the same shape. So I'm going to use this to get the larger parts of my face and then the smaller one to get into some of the smaller spaces. So I'll use this on the forehead, the chin, and the cheek, maybe even like the nose. And then I'm going to use this one to get underneath the eyes, underneath the eyebrow, and just around the nose. Okay, our base is done, and this is how we're looking so far. I actually have 2 different eyeshadow palettes that we're going to use today, just because I kind of like the shades in both. So first up, we have the Gargoyle palette from Unearthly Cosmetics. This is an indie makeup brand, and I love their palettes. I think their color stories are beautiful. And then we have Crown Legacy, also from an indie brand. This one is from Glaminatrix Cosmetics. Once again, using my little brush set from Glaminatrix Cosmetics. I just find these are great for details, and then I have a bunch from other places that I'll probably swap in and out depending on what I'm doing. I think we're as zoomed in as you probably have ever wanted to be, so we're gonna start here. I do have kind of a vision for the look today, and I want it to be like a dark smoky eye with some purple. We're gonna start with an eyeshadow primer today because I am going out and I do want it to last. So this is the Urban Decay Potion Primer. I feel like this has been on the market for years and years and years. And I'm just gonna use the end of my sponge to go ahead and blend the primer all over my eyelid. Let's start with a transition shade, which we probably won't see all that much later. For that, I'm gonna use Jewel from the Crown Legacy palette. And we're just gonna get that up into the crease so that when we do some of these darker shades later, it's not quite so stark of a transition. Let's just jump right into the purple because why not? I'm gonna grab Sinister Figure from the Gargoyle palette, which is like a royal purple. And we're just gonna go right in and put that all over the lid and blend it into the crease. One of the reasons that I love the Unearthly Cosmetics eyeshadows is because they're so incredibly pigmented but don't seem to have that much fallout. And then we blend. I haven't done a great job of washing my brushes in between looks, so we're getting a little bit of unintended sparkle in here right now, but it's fine because we're gonna add some glitter and some sparkly shades later. I am gonna add a little bit more of that shade to our blending brush because, as you guys know, with blending, you do lose pigmentation. I'm gonna go back in with our packing brush and just add a little bit more purple. Make sure we have it really nice and solid for the base here. And then basically more blending. More blending. All right, let's make sure to add some underneath the eye. So I'm gonna go into Jewel, which was that first transition shade. And there's still some purple left on this blending brush, which is fine. And I'm just gonna put that underneath the eye here. On a smaller blending brush, I'll do a little dab of Sinister Figure again and just go closer to the lash line. I wanna make this even deeper, so I'm gonna use Cathedral Shadows, which is like a sooty black shade, to really get into the crease. For that, we're gonna use this brush, which is just a little bit more of a focused taper brush, and we're just gonna like barely touch into that shade and then try and focus that right on the crease and then blend it out. Now let's blend over the edges of this just to make sure that it's not super harsh with where the eye look stops, which was the whole reason we really added that first transition shade. As above, so below, we'll go in and add more of Cathedral Shadows, really close to the bottom lash line. If you put a little bit of every color that you use on the top on the bottom, it'll really just keep the look really cohesive. I feel it's time to add some shimmer. I'm gonna start on the inner corners, so I'm using a smaller brush that is more like a smaller packing brush, and we're going to use the shade Opulent from the Crown Legacy palette. And I'm going to go in and put that all over our inner corner, up, almost blending up a little into the crease and a little onto the lower lash line too. Now, using a little bit larger of a packing brush, I'm going to do Mystic Stone from the Gargoyle palette, and this is a purple shade, but it's got this really kind of like fairy green reflect to it. And I'm gonna put that right on the center of the lid. Again, kind of popping it up a little bit into the crease. One of my eyes is more hooded than the other eye, so I tend to just bring all my shimmers into the crease because they're gonna end up there whether I like it or not. And I wanna deepen up this outer corner even more, so let's go back into Cathedral Shadows and just give that a little bit of a pat onto the outer V of the eye. I find that adding darker shades here just helps to give it a little bit more dimension. All right, that is it for eyeshadow. Now let's go in with some liner. I want to add a little bit of like spice and sparkle to the lower lash line, so I'm using the Urban Decay 24/7 liquid shadow stick. This one is in the shade Denim Wash. I don't really feel like it looks like a blue. It definitely comes across more as a shiny lavender shade to me. So I'm just gonna take this and put it right on the inner lower lash line. These eyeliners are great, by the way. They do also come with a brush on the other end, and they do have regular colors like black. I really like their sparkly ones just to add a little bit of extra pop to eye looks like this that tend to be kind of dark. You know we're not skipping winged liner. Today I reached for the Too Faced Better Than Sex liquid liner. This one has the tiniest little brush. It's great for detailed looks. I am doing falsies today, so we're just gonna do mascara on the lower lash line, and for that we're using the Lancome Idol Flutter Extension Mascara. We have a special guest who stopped in who wanted to say hi. This is Zoe. She's old and she really loves attention. Should we put some makeup on my hairhead, huh? Oh, so pretty. Back to our regularly scheduled content. I'm actually gonna do my lips before I do my lashes because I always have a lash crash out. For lips, we're gonna line them using the taupe and black lip liner, the double-ended one from Half Magic. This is called the Sculptitude, and I'm using the shade You're My Taupe for the liner. So many of you guys were so nice on my video where I was talking about my insecurity of my lips, because I feel like everyone I know has lip filler and I feel like I have like really thin lips comparatively. And I wasn't like looking for people to like convince me not to do it, but you guys were really nice and I appreciated that. Now for lipstick, we're using Terramata from Necromancy Cosmetica. This is a brand from Puerto Rico, and I love this shade because it's just like a fun, cool toned dark brown. I've talked about Necromancy Cosmetica before. If you love a weird lipstick color, they are the brand for you. I definitely recommend checking them out. I think I have a discount code for them as well. I'll put it up here somewhere. Okay, it's lash time. I really like these individual cluster lashes. I get these ones off Amazon. I will link them for you guys along with everything else in the caption. And this is what they look like. I tend to go for the longer length ones because I feel like I have like big ass bug eyes. I feel like longer lashes make them look better. When I do false lashes like this, I don't like to put mascara on my upper lashes, so I'm not going to. I kind of map out what I'm doing. I kind of don't map out what I'm doing. I usually don't do one eye at a time, but I'm gonna try to do one eye at a time today. And let me zoom in again. Come closer. I like to start in the middle of my lashes, so I'm gonna start with the 16 length and put that in the middle, and then I'll probably put an 18 and then another 16 and then maybe a 14 on the middle, so it'll go 14, 16, 18, 16. I'm just using a lash glue, also from Amazon. Got my lash right here, and then I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue. And now we wait a million years for it to dry. I did come across this fan that I got in PR once. You can grab your lash, you can grab your fan, hold it away from your lashes, your other lashes, and then you can use this to dry it off a little bit faster, because you do have to wait quite a while when you're doing lashes for the glue to become tacky, otherwise it's not going to stick. and then you will have tacky eyes. All right, this looks pretty good to me, and this is the one I want to put on the center of my lash. So I've got my mirror like down here. I'm gonna pull my eye up like that, and then stick the lash right at the lash line. Now the question is it gonna stay? Then I'm gonna take this tweezer and I'm gonna pinch my lash and the fake lash to get them to kind of mold together a little bit better. Now we're gonna put this one, which is the 18, right next to it. Same thing, we're gonna pinch. That looks pretty good. I do see some extra glue under there, but that should dry. All right, now, because I put the glue on this one so much earlier, it's definitely ready. And I am just going to put this one right underneath, right next to that. I'm not gonna pull my eye up this time because it's the outer corner of the eye, which is easier to access. And that one stuck pretty much right away. But again, there's more glue, so we're gonna go with the fan. I feel like I need like one more on the inside here, so I'll do that. Let's do a 14. And I actually think I am gonna add just a little bit of mascara to the very, very inner corner, because we're not gonna go all the way in with false lashes. Okay, let's add our last lash to this side, which is our 14. We're gonna dry these off with our fan, and then I'm gonna do the other side off camera because I'm tired. We're back. Lash crush out averted. And this is what our lashes are looking like. I feel like I need a touch more blush, so I am gonna go back in with our purple blush. Okay, for my second time using this sponge, this Bello sponge, I'm kind of a fan. All right, last but not least, we need to set. I don't usually use a setting spray, but since we're gonna be going out, I'm gonna use this one. This is the On Till Dawn One Size Setting Spray. It's a mattifying waterproof setting spray. So let's just, and we're back with the fan. I love this thing. Maybe more lip liner. This is gonna be a very chaotic video to edit. I apologize to myself in advance. Added just a touch more lip liner because I've been yapping this whole time. There is our little completed purple makeup look. This look was specifically requested by Sumaya, so hopefully she's loving it. I don't usually wear purple, but I'm kind of obsessed with this. I'm gonna turn off the lights, give you guys a little bit of a view of what it looks like not in front of beauty lights, and you'll have to let me know what you guys think. As always, everything will be linked in the caption, and if you have any colors or any types of looks that you want to see next, please just let me know and I am happy to provide. All right, guys, thanks for watching.